Welcome to Cleared for Takeoff from Charlotte County Economic Development. I'm Maria Vastola, and today we're talking about workforce, but not just workforce in the usual way, not just job postings, hiring challenges, or open positions. We're talking about the full talent pipeline, /B, because workforce development does not start when someone applies for a job. It starts much earlier. It starts with early learning, childcare, career exposure, technical training, adult learners, employer partnerships, and clear pathways that help people move from learning to earning. /B. That was one of the biggest takeaways from the Florida Learners to Earners Workforce Solution Summit. The conversation was statewide, but the message applies right here in Charlotte County. If we want a strong economy, we need strong career pathways. And if we want businesses to grow here, we need to help people see opportunity here. That is why this campaign is built around one simple idea: careers are built here. For a long time, economic development conversations focused heavily on sites, buildings, infrastructure, and business recruitment. Those things still matter. They always will. But today, talent is one of the biggest factors in business growth. Companies want to know if they can find workers. They want to know if training programs are nearby. They want to know if students understand local career opportunities. They want to know if working parents can stay in the workforce. They want to know if a community is preparing people for the jobs that exist now and the jobs that are coming next. That makes workforce development a core part of economic development. And it means the talent pipeline is not someone else's issue. It is a community issue. It includes employers, schools, workforce partners, training providers, families, students, adult learners, career changers, veterans, working parents, and economic development. No single group can build the pipeline alone, but together we can make it stronger. One of the first places this conversation begins is early learning and childcare. Childcare is not only a family issue, it is a workforce issue. When working parents cannot find or afford reliable care, the impact does not stay at home. It shows up at work. It can show up through absenteeism, turnover, reduced hours, scheduling challenges, and hiring difficulty. For a parent, childcare can affect whether they can work, accept a promotion, complete training, or stay in a job. For an employer, that becomes a workforce issue. And for a community, it affects both today's workforce and tomorrow's talent. That is why childcare belongs in the workforce conversation. It is part of the infrastructure that allows people to participate in the economy. When families have access to reliable care, parents are better able to work. Children are better positioned to learn, employers have a more stable workforce, and communities are better prepared for long-term growth. This does not mean every business has to become a childcare expert, but it does mean employers should understand how childcare affects their workforce. Are childcare challenges affecting attendance or retention? Are shift times creating barriers for working parents? Do employees know where to find resources? Are there benefits, scheduling options, or partnerships worth exploring? Those are workforce questions, and they matter. Another major piece of the talent pipeline is career exposure. Students cannot pursue careers they never see. That sentence is simple, but it is incredibly important. Many students know about the careers they see most often: teachers, doctors, firefighters, police officers, artists, business owners. Those careers matter, but they are only part of the picture. Charlotte County also needs talent in aviation, advanced manufacturing, healthcare, logistics, construction, marine trades, public service, technology, entrepreneurship, and skilled trades. But if students do not know those careers exist, if they do not understand what the work looks like, or if they never meet someone doing that job locally, it is harder for them to imagine that future for themselves. That is where work-based learning comes in. Work-based learning can sound like a big formal program, but it does not have to start that way. It can start with a classroom speaker, a student tour, a job shadow, a mock interview, a student project, an internship, an apprenticeship. Every connection helps. When students see a real workplace, meet real professionals, and understand real skills, they can make better decisions about their future. They can see how math shows up in a job, how communication matters, how problem solving matters, how showing up on time matters, how technical skills connect to real career pathways. And employers benefit too. Businesses that participate in career exposure can build awareness earlier, strengthen relationships with schools and workforce partners, and help shape the future talent pipeline. A student who tours a facility today may become an intern later. An intern may become a full time employee. An entry level employee may become a supervisor. That is how workforce pipelines are built. Not overnight, not by accident. Through repeated exposure, relationships, and opportunity. But students are not the only part of the workforce conversation. The talent Charlotte County needs may already be here. When businesses talk about workforce challenges, the conversation often starts with recruiting. How do we attract more workers? How do we bring more people here? How do we fill open positions faster? Those are important questions, but they are not the only questions. Some of the talent employers need may already live in Charlotte County. They may be adult learners, career changers, veterans, parents returning to work, GED completers, underemployed residents, people who have skills but need a clearer pathway, people who are ready for opportunity but may not know where to start. A stronger workforce pipeline does not only mean attracting new talent, it also means helping local talent connect to local opportunity. And that means people need on ramps. They need to know where to go if they are looking for work, where to go if they need training, where to go if they want to explore apprenticeships, where to go if they are changing careers, returning to work, or trying to build new skills. People cannot take the next step if they do not know where the next step is. That is why Careers on the Coast includes resources for job seekers, career changers, students, employers, veterans, and people looking for training or apprenticeships. It is about making the pathway easier to see because local talent supports local growth. When more residents can move into meaningful careers, families become stronger. Employers gain access to people who are already connected to the community. Training partners gain better insight into employer needs, and Charlotte County strengthens its ability to support business growth from within. This is workforce strategy. It is also economic mobility. So, where do employers fit into all of this? Everywhere. Employers are closest to the jobs and they know which roles are hard to fill. They know what skills are changing. They know what entry level workers need to succeed. They know where career ladders exist and where training gaps show up. That information is valuable. When businesses share workforce needs with education and training partners, students and job seekers get better direction. Training programs become more aligned. Career pathways become easier to see. Employers build stronger connections with future workers before hiring becomes urgent. And businesses do not have to do everything at once. Start small, host a student tour, speak to a classroom, offer a job shadow, participate in mock interviews, share hard to fill roles with workforce partners, submit a job opening, explain how someone grows within your company, explore an internship or apprenticeship. Every employer can do something. And that is the whole point of the employer action guide we created through Careers on the Coast. It gives businesses practical ways to support career awareness, work-based learning, childcare awareness, retention, internships, apprenticeships, adult learners, and long-term talent development. It is not meant to be complicated. It is meant to answer the question, what can my business actually do? Because workforce development is not just a government issue. It is not just a school issue. It is not just an employer issue. It is a team sport. Students need career exposure. Parents need support. Adult learners need clear on ramps. Employers need reliable talent. Training partners need business input. And the community needs strong career opportunities. When those pieces connect, Charlotte County becomes a stronger place to live, work, hire, grow, and build a future. That is what Careers on the Coast is about. It is about helping people see that opportunity exists here. It is about helping students understand that they do not have to leave to build a meaningful career. It is about helping parents and career changers find their next step. It is about helping employers connect to the workforce pipeline earlier. It is about making sure people can see the path from learning to earning. The future of Charlotte County's workforce will be built through early learning, childcare, career exposure, training, adult learner pathways, employer engagement, and clear connections to opportunity. That future is not some far off idea. It is being built now. In classrooms, in childcare centers, in technical programs, in local businesses, in workforce conversations, in families, in people who are ready for the next step. The talent is here, the opportunity is here. Now the work is connecting the two. If you are an employer, visit Careers on the Coast and explore the Employer Action Guide. If you are a job seeker, career changer, veteran, working parent, or adult learner, Visit Careers on the Coast to explore job resources, training options, apprenticeships, and local career pathways. And if you are a partner who wants to help strengthen Charlotte County's workforce future, connect with Charlotte County Economic Development. Because when people can see opportunity here, they are more likely to build their future here. And in Charlotte County, careers are built here. Thanks for listening to Cleared for Takeoff from Charlotte County Economic Development.